Understandably, people's attention was focused on British Steel and then latterly the horrific events in HMP Franklin. But yes, you're right, it was the biggest daily total of the year. 623 migrants arrived across the English Channel throughout the course of the day. The record was broken at 7 o'clock last night as the Border Force vessel Volunteer arrived with another 70 migrants on board, and that beat the previous record of 592 who crossed in a single day on the 3rd of March. And what this shows us really is that there is no slowdown at all in the number of these migrants crossing illegally from France. Quite the opposite. We are seeing record numbers now crossing, despite the avowed aim of this government, which is to smash the criminal gangs. We are now, after yesterday's arrival, at more than 8,000 migrants who've crossed the English Channel so far this year. That's 35% up, Anne and Cameron, 35% up on where we were at this point last year.
What appears to be frustrating a lot of GB News viewers and listeners, Mark, is the fact that Parliament can pass legislation in a number of hours to keep British Steel in charge of the steelworks in Scunthorpe, and yet they can't take the same short amount of time to, in the government's words, smash the criminal gangs.
Yes, I mean, there are many people who say, look, now it's time just to get more robust, to turn these boats back. It might be painful, certainly for France in the short term, with lots of migrants who would be accumulating on their coast, but it wouldn't last very long if the criminal gangs and the migrants got the message that they're not going to get across because they're going to get turned around. That's a robust measure that neither the previous government nor this government appears to be willing to take. But just a couple of days ago, I was reporting on the fact that the French are now handing out life jackets to those migrants they see in the boats who don't have a life jacket. They would argue they're doing this because of rules of safety in the sea. It's a responsible thing to do. But there are real questions now about whether that crosses over into actually enabling these crossings, with people smugglers able to turn round and tell the migrants who might be worried about making such a dangerous journey, don't worry, the French will give you life jackets and the French will escort you across the English Channel through the busy shipping lanes.
Yeah, and we're seeing those pictures on our screens now. Mark White, Home and Security Editor for GB News, thank you very much for joining us.